All right, big sigh of relief, because we're bringing back the gameplay. Yeah, it's finally appropriate to just bust out a stream of consciousness-like commentary over some NHL 26, because today what I wanted to talk about was the latest on the Detroit Red Wings, and names that are not Dylan Larkin. Actually, scratch that. We're talking about one name that is not Dylan Larkin. Take a look at this tweet by NHL Rumor Report. It goes over what David Pagnotta said on NHL Tonight on day 1 of the NHL Draft. Regarding the Red Wings, some teams are poking around on Alex DeBrincat. I believe the New Jersey Devils are, and the Buffalo Sabres. This is going to be quite the conversation because with all of this Dylan Larkin trade talk being blasted up front and center, there have been some discussions, quite loose discussions I would say, not anything serious, from fans and media reporting on the team, asking the questions on teammates. Hey, if Dylan Larkin gets traded, what is the effect on the rest of the Red Wings? There are some guys on the team that we know are going to be sticking around because they are contractually committed to. Lucas Raymond, for example, he is on the books till 2032. Moritz Seider is a guy who is signed on till the end of 2031. So even if Larkin were to go, it's not like Seider or Raymond would be pissed off and they want to leave and this and that. Like, we don't even know if Larkin's going to go. That's the thing. Stevie Y didn't guarantee that that trade request will be fulfilled. He just said, yeah, we know that he wants out. But we're not going to trade him away just because he wants to leave. He's contractually committed to playing for us for 4 years. If he really wants to leave, then okay, open up the trade destinations that you gave us. Give us more teams. Then we can actually get a bidding war going for you, and we can actually get value back because we're not trading you for a package that we think is insufficient. Pretty smart negotiating, if I do say so myself. That's kind of the bad thing about it. Like, all the guys that were able to get traded, Quinn Hughes, he had a year left. Brady Tkachuk, he had a year left. Auston Matthews, you can talk about how he doesn't have the longest time ever on his contract. Same with Connor McDavid. Connor Hellebuck is the other one, but he's actually signed on for the long haul as well. So maybe it's also a similar situation over there. Anyways, when you think about Alex DeBrincat, this is one of the guys that is not signed on for the long haul. DeBrincat's contract goes till the end of 26-27, $7.8 million a year. He's a good player. He has been one of the more consistent Red Wings over the course of the past 24 months or so. This most recent season, DeBrincat had 85 points, 41 goals, and 44 assists in 82 games played. That's a career high right there. It's quite funny, he has matched his career high in goals 3 times. He has had 3 41-goal seasons specifically, but this was a career high year in assists, and therefore it was a career high year in points. Alex DeBrincat has really found a way to turn it on in Motown. And the question as to whether or not he is available, because, oh, he's an American dude, right? He's on an expiring contract that goes till the end of this upcoming season. This is a guy that has opportunity to get traded, is he not? I understand the rationale there, but I just don't know if I feel it. I don't know. I feel like DeBrincat has established himself as what he's needed to be ever since getting acquired from the Ottawa Senators. There was always this expectation that the Chicago version of DeBrincat would come out in Ottawa. That didn't really happen. But then it was like, all right, well, now he's going to Detroit. Hopefully the Red Wings can bring the best out of him back once more. And it took 2 years, but inevitably it got to that point. He is that guy. He's that good. Now, the rest of the Red Wings around him have also slowly improved in terms of point production and actual impact on the ice. Maybe Dylan Larkin didn't necessarily do that, but still, with Alex DeBrincat in the mix in Detroit, I feel like this is a guy that is just so good that it's hard for Stevie Y to justify letting him get traded, right? Like, I feel like this guy's just going to sign an extension as soon as he's able to, and that's going to be it. He's able to sign July 1st. We have to wait a few days till then, but it doesn't seem like something that Red Wings fans should be concerned about, at least right now. If it comes out later in the week that, oh, Dylan Larkin actually wants to leave too, because Dylan Larkin wants to leave, and now these American dudes are not feeling it on the Detroit Red Wings. They want to win. You gotta remember, Alex DeBrincat, he was not a part of that American gold medal squad. He did not experience the same highs that players like Brady Tkachuk and Austin Matthews and Connor Hellebuck and Dylan Larkin and Quinn Hughes ended up experiencing. Meanwhile, you talk about these teams that are interested in DeBrincat, the New Jerseys, the Buffaloes. It's kind of interesting, in my opinion. Like, imagine if Buffalo gets Alex DeBrincat, having Tage Thompson on one line and DeBrincat on the other, literally having 1 foot separating these guys, yet both of them having the ability to score 40 goals in a year. That's quite the diversity achievement there in height, isn't it? Zach Benson playing with Alex DeBrincat, I feel like there'd be a lot of fun moments over there, especially considering they're almost the same size. I feel like DeBrincat would be a really good Sabre. I don't know. That's just me. Not saying that I want it to happen. I'd prefer him to stay in Detroit, of course. Unless the Sabres ended up giving a whole bunch of really nice top prospects. Not Daxon Rudolph specifically, but still. The New Jersey Devils, on the other hand, I'd say that Jack Hughes and Alex DeBrincat, it feels like a really good combination. In my brain, something about it just made me think, oh yeah, they've probably played together before, right? But then looking at it back, no, I don't think they have. Other than maybe a few tournaments here and there, they've probably never suited up alongside of each other. Especially when you look at the path. I mean, Jack Hughes was the NTDP, he ended up becoming an NHL player right after the NTDP, he didn't go to college or anything. Alex DeBrincat was an Erie. Like, this guy was playing with Connor McDavid and Darren Radish and Connor Brown and Chris Knobloch when he was in his development. That was the path that Alex DeBrincat took. Definitely unconventional for these top-tier American dudes to have missed out on the NTDP entirely, but I do feel like the fact that he's only 5'8" might have had something to do with it. Either way, I'm not surprised to hear that teams like New Jersey and Buffalo are snooping around trying to see what's going on, especially with the vulnerability that the Red Wings lineup has demonstrated over the past few months, from the actual collapse on the ice to Dylan Larkin's very public trade request. It only makes sense for other teams to be checking in on Stevie Y saying, hey, like, you guys have any other players available? DeBrincat is a better scorer and a better offensive contributor than Larkin is at this point, but I'm not going to use that to say, oh yeah, well, that means that he is also wanting out. I think one guy on the Olympic team, being a part of that winning culture, experienced enough where it was like, yeah, no, I've been at it for too long in this organization, and now I just experienced what it's like to actually win something. I want to do that again, but we can't do that here, so I'm going to ask to leave. It's kind of the same attitude that many of those American dudes have exhibited. I think it's more of a player-by-player thing. It's hard to just totally group American guys together and just make judgments off of that, but like, when you see it happen, it's so blatant that maybe something was going on in Milan. At the very least, I guess DeBrincat wasn't a part of it, right? But either way, you can let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. The Devils, the Sabres, they are each checking in on Dylan Larkin out of the Detroit Red Wings. If you're a fan of any of these three teams, let me know, what do you think the trade price should be on D-Boss? And is there a reasonable path to seeing him get traded to one of these teams? Let me know in the comments all your opinions. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sign on. And bye.